Morning, everybody. Morning for me, not morning for you. I think, depending on where you are, it's probably, I'm guessing, let's see. It is 7 o'clock in the morning here in Kigali, Rwanda, which means it's, I think, 9 o'clock at night California time, which means it's midnight New York time. Is that right? Does that sound right? I'm here, as many of you know, as you all have the opportunity to know, if you're following. I'm here in Kigali, Rwanda, and we've been here for the last several days. And today we head out of Kigali and we head up to the mountains because we begin our journey to see golden monkeys and gorillas. We're going to see, we're going to see gorillas. I mean, what else is there to say? So we start our journey today. We are really just using today as an opportunity to get up to the mountains, and then tomorrow we do a golden monkey trek. Yeah, I don't say that every day in Oakland. I don't ever say that. I've never said that. And then the day after that we do our gorilla trek, and then we head back down. But that's a story for another day. So it's been really lovely. We really love Rwanda. We really love Kigali. Love the people. We've had great experiences eating out, as you've seen if you're following me on Instagram or Facebook. Well, obviously you're following me on Facebook. And we've had some really good meals. And I'm about to go join David and my friends for breakfast. And the breakfast here at the hotel is just this huge buffet of just so many options. So, you know, people think that if you're vegan, you're not eating. Like some people said, so you're gonna be able to eat when you go. And I was like, yes, because I don't want to starve. So I had no worries, but of course you never know what it's gonna be like. So we've been really thrilled. And it's probably going to be a little more challenging going up to the mountains just because obviously our options are fewer, but you know, so much of the traditional Rwandan cuisine is already plant-based. So it's really just a matter of just kind of picking and choosing and finding all of the plant-based options on their menus. Hey Marina, hey Kristen, Merry Christmas to all of you. Merry Christmas to all of you. It doesn't feel like Christmas at all. The weather has been stunning. It's been absolutely beautiful. I thought my hair was going to be frizzy because I thought it was going to be like hot and humid, but it's actually not, and it's going to be a lot cooler in the mountains, so I'm really excited. Angela says the food pics you've shared look delicious. Enjoyed the monkey trek. Hopefully there will be good photo opportunities. I think there will be. I'm very excited. It's 7 o'clock in the morning, and unfortunately, as much as I've tried and I've made such a valiant effort, I'm still not on Rwandan time. So it's been really frustrating. I'm not sleeping at all, literally sleeping about an hour and a half a night. I fall asleep around 10 p.m. and then I wake up around midnight. Actually, I don't even think it's been like that. I think I fall asleep around 10:30, and then I wake up just before midnight, and then I cannot get back to sleep. And it's very frustrating for me because I'm a very good sleeper, and I'm just going to chalk it up to the fact that I'm still not on Rwandan time, even though I've done everything I could possibly do to get on this time zone. So I'm very tired right now, but it's 7 a.m. and we're starting to pack up so we can head out. We're going to leave around 10 a.m. to go up to the mountains, and then, but before then, I'm going to join everybody for breakfast. Yesterday was an incredible day. It was a really rough day. We went to 3 genocide memorials, and yeah, the Rwandan genocide was an absolute atrocity, and it's something that all of us who know anything about it care so much about and have read so much about. And to be here, to be at the memorials where there are so many mass graves and so many victims of the genocide, it was pretty incredible to be here to witness what happened in 1994. So it was a very emotional day, and it was also a day filled with joy and laughter. So we experienced both, and today it's going to be a little less emotional. Mary feels my pain, having struggled with sleep deprivation. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I mean, just, yeah, this being temporary, I can't even imagine what it's like when it's actually something you're struggling with. It is, Mary, it is really incredible. I mean, these are places we've read about for so many years, and reading about the reconciliation and reading about the whole process of healing and forgiveness and the real effort to create unity here in Rwanda. If you're not familiar with the story, I really highly recommend you become familiar with it, starting from when the Belgians came here to colonize in the 19th century, and they really created this split between the Hutus and the Tutsis and the Twa, and that was really the beginning of this divide in this country that had never had those kinds of divides before. They didn't exist. Everyone was Rwandan, and so that really created the atmosphere for the kind of divide that took place eventually after the Belgians left in 1962, and so forth. So what's the real aim now here in Rwanda is that unity, and that everyone is Rwandan, and there aren't Tutsis and Hutus. It's all about being unified. But there's still healing. There's still trauma. It was absolutely devastating. So it was really incredible to go to the places, the churches where people sought refuge, but because, of course, the killers were not playing under the rules of any normal warfare, they didn't honor any of what were normal expectations in terms of they're not going to kill children, they're not going to kill people in churches, they're not going to kill women, and of course, none of that was true. They brutally killed everybody, everybody they could, every Tutsi they could. So these churches is where you find a lot of mass graves, because so many people would congregate in these churches thinking they were safe, and they weren't. So it was pretty incredible, as you can imagine. But it's part of the story here, and it's important to bear witness. So that's that was yesterday, and we had some lovely meals, and it's been a little hard not having my laptop because I really want to write and just be productive and do my work. But I'm taking notes so I can share all these experiences, and of course I'm excited to get back to entomology. But I hope you're all listening. I mean, that's one good thing about the kind of work that I do, is that it's all there available for people to read and listen to and watch. So go have at it until I get back. Oh my God, there are so many birds, Marina. The crows here are unbelievable, but also so many birds. I'm going to tell you something else about Rwanda. There's so many things I love about it. One of which is, I told you yesterday that the entire country banned plastic bags. The other thing that's amazing is once a month, everybody in the entire country does community cleanup. So it's a very clean country, and it also obviously fosters community. So once a month, it's on a Saturday once a month, everyone in the country gets together for community cleanup. The other thing they do is once a year on November 25th, everybody, and that, by the way, the cleanup includes the president, Paul Kagame, everybody's involved. And on November 25th, everyone has to plant 10 trees. So it's a very green country. There are trees all over, and then, of course, hence there are birds. So many birds and so much wildlife. So it's pretty amazing. We could really take a lesson or two from them. Why do you think separation, division, polarization, hostility, territoriality, religious and tribal warfare, etc., are such recurring themes in human history? Gosh, that is such a big question. Mary, I think there's a couple reasons. I think, very naturally we want to, we're tribal in some ways, where we do gravitate toward people who look like us and think like us and worship like us, and we gravitate toward that out of safety. I mean, there's also an element of knowing who to trust and knowing who to go to in need, right? I mean, that's a very primal primate instinct, really, and probably even beyond. It's an animal instinct, really, to be part of a group that's familiar to you. But I think when that instinct is taken to the extreme, where we use it as not just this is my tribe, this is my group, but my group is better than your group, and you're less than my group, that's the problem. We basically pervert, I think, what are natural instincts, and fear of the other is, again, I think there's a natural element in there of fear of the other in terms of, okay, you're not my tribe, so I'm going to have to be wary of you. So I think there's some natural elements there, but I think we pervert them. So that's my very short answer. But of course, this is the stuff of books and, you know, university courses that I certainly don't have the answers to. Robert says, we got to meet and listen to your friend Will Tuttle in Maui Sunday. You both are such an inspiration. Thank you, Robert. How lovely. Well, if you see them again, give them my best. Love Will to pieces. Yes, bearing witness is so important. And I have taken pictures of some of the birds. I will definitely get a picture of the crows. So I have many episodes of Animology coming up that are about crows and ravens, and I'm so excited. And as you know, all these animologies that I'm going to be sharing with you. So I was really excited yesterday when we saw the crows for the first time. These crows are black and white. So they look like magpies. And I'll just share a little animology with you. The word pie means, so you've heard of piebald. Piebald means basically a two-colored animal, or two-colored anything. It's usually black and white. So magpie, so piebald comes from the word magpie, pie meaning two colors. So the crows that we've seen, these black and white crows, are called pied crows. And you've heard the word pied in another familiar sense, in the Pied Piper, and that's because when the poem was written about him, he wears yellow and red, so he wears two colors, yellow and red. So that's why he's the Pied Piper, and it's an animology. Just saying. Just saying. Yes. So we haven't gotten many animals. This part was definitely the city and the genocide memorials, but of course today we're going to, and of course there are animals all around us in terms of urban wildlife, but I haven't gotten many pictures of the animals. Hence, starting today, because we're going to see monkeys on the way up and to the mountains, and then we'll get pictures of the golden monkeys. They're incredible looking, incredible animals, and then of course the gorillas, of course. Oh my gosh, Mary, I'm so jealous. I would love to do wildlife rehab. It's something I really want to find some time for. Thank you, Anka. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas to you, and thank you from Germany. I hope all of Germany, and of course Berlin, is finding solidarity and some peace amidst the violence there. Of course, was one of the things that kept me up the other night was when I first heard about it. It's just absolutely devastating, very emotional, so I can't talk about anything without tearing up. It's just so sad, but that's why we all need to create unity and be kind to one another and compassionate to one another, and not create divisions, and certainly not pervert any natural instincts to feel safe and secure with those we love. Thank you, Mary. I know, I love it, love it, love it, I love it. So I hope you're all enjoying Animology. I've got many more episodes to share with you. Do you have any other questions for me before I go? I'm going to go because I'm getting hungry. I'm going to go join my tribe. I'm going to go join my tribe for some breakfast, and I'm going to go read. I'm getting a lot of reading done because I wake up in the middle of the night and I can't sleep. So I've been reading a lot, which is good. But other than that, it's been really frustrating. Not being able to sleep. So, yeah. So what else? Anything else I have to share with you? I think that's everything on my end. And unless you have any questions for me, I am going to head out. Sending my love and my best to all of you. From Kigali, I'll end with a panorama of Kigali. Thanks, Jennifer. Oh, actually, I'm reading a Thomas Hardy novel right now. I'm reading A Jude the Obscure. I'm actually reading also Democracy in America by de Tocqueville. which is, I think it's a really good time for people to read Democracy in America right now. I think it'll give you a really good perspective on what it was like for a foreigner to come to the United States, having recently created this thing called democracy that had never existed before and succeeded. So he wanted to get all he could get from what he saw in the United States at the time, to bring it back to France to see if it's something they could implement. And of course, we know what happened there. So I'm reading Democracy in America, but fiction-wise, I'm reading Thomas Hardy, Jude the Obscure. And there's some wonderful passages in the beginning of Jude the Obscure, maybe I'll share it with you later, that are so wonderful in terms of establishing the compassion and sensitivity of this character through his compassion for animals. I mean, it's one of the ways writers tend to establish compassion or lack of compassion in their characters. It tends to be through their treatment of animals. And so there's some really good passages in Jude the Obscure about how Jude, the main character, how sensitive he is and how compassionate he is towards animals. You're welcome. Oh, that's lovely, Angela. I love it. I love it. Library cards, wonderful, wonderful thing. A wonderful institution. The library system is one of the best institutions. Again, thank our founding fathers for that, and there are many good reasons to be grateful for what has come before us and that we can still take advantage of today. So have a wonderful day. Merry Christmas to all of you. We're getting close to Christmas. Be kind, and for the animals, this is Colleen Patrick-Goudreau. Thank you for watching.